Hello guys, my name's GhostX and today I've got another Call of Duty 2016 video for you guys. So if you haven't seen my previous two Call of Duty 2016 videos, I'll have a link in the description to both of them and a playlist in the description as well. So we covered a possible Call of Duty Ghosts 2 and we also covered a possible Modern Warfare 4. So now we're going to cover a possible Modern Warfare Remastered collection. So back a few years ago we did get a fake leak. It turned out to be fake, but it did look pretty official, and it was something that everyone really wanted. That it hyped up the community, but turned out to be obviously fake. And then we also had quite recently the CEO of Activision, Eric Hirschberg. He actually came out and said that remastering old Call of Duty games is something that they think about a lot, and that's quoting him, and that it is definitely a possibility. So that is something we need to bear in mind. Now next year, when Infinity Ward takes the stage to release their Call of Duty game, we don't know what they're going to reveal. It could be any of these that I've done videos on, which is why I'm doing videos on all of them, to see if I can cover every possible game that they could possibly make, so that we can get an idea of what we might get next year and what's the most likely. So the most likely at the moment might be Ghosts 2. I'm not too sure about a Modern Warfare 4, but looking at a remaster collection, this is definitely the one that I would want the most. Now, what I mean by a remastered collection is not a remastering of one Call of Duty game. Now, that is something that could happen, and is a possibility. I'm just going to try and discuss in this video what I would see as the most ideal way about going about a remaster. Now, I wouldn't remaster one game. I wouldn't go ahead and remaster COD 4 or remaster Modern Warfare 2 or even Modern Warfare 3. I wouldn't bother with that, and there's a few reasons why. Mainly because it's one game and they are quite old now. If you remaster just as they are, the longevity of them games aren't going to be very good. As much as you might love Modern Warfare 2, if you just brought back Modern Warfare 2 exactly as it was, with a few updates to cheating and stuff like that to make sure that doesn't happen, it's not going to have much longevity. We kind of know what the maps are going to be in the map packs and all that. It's not going to be too exciting. It's going to be fun and nostalgic, of course it is. Everyone's going to love it, but it's not going to have anywhere near the longevity of the most recent Call of Duty games like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3 for example, because those games are going to have new maps added into them, new DLC, new stuff, and that just won't happen with the remaster. So this is how I would go about remaking a remaster. It's like I said earlier, a collection. So what I mean by this isn't just remaking 3 or 4 games in one bundle. This isn't a bundle. This is a collection of games put into one game and then enhanced. So by that I mean we're going to pick one multiplayer to focus on. So let's have a look at the 3 Modern Warfare multiplayer. So we've got Modern Warfare 3, which ideally what they tried to do is sort of remake the kind of feeling you got from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but it didn't really come across that way. That's something Mark Rubin from Infinity Ward talked about. He tried to get a Modern Warfare, a Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare feel out of Modern Warfare 3, and we didn't really get that. But I see where they went with that, with the gun-on-gun gameplay and the less kill-streak orientated sort of gameplay there, but it didn't really turn out too well. Now, if we look at Modern Warfare 2, this was by far my favourite out of the 3 Modern Warfare games, and it's a lot of people's favourite, and it's probably the best selling. Now, I don't have the numbers. I mentioned this in my Modern Warfare video. I don't know which outsold which, but I believe Modern Warfare 2 is probably the most loved in the community. Now, I know COD 4 has a special place in everyone's heart, but I also discussed this on my Modern Warfare 4 video that I don't really see why, but I'm not going to go too much into that because obviously that might hurt a few people in the community who really enjoy COD 4. I wasn't a big fan of it, and I don't quite understand why so many people enjoyed it, but we're going to look more at Modern Warfare 2. This was the game that really started Call of Duty off in a good path. Now, COD 4 did sell a lot, and it obviously put Call of Duty out there, but I think it was Modern Warfare 2 that really got it going and makes it into the juggernaut that Call of Duty is today. So I would say if they were to go about remastering a collection, I would say they would focus on Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer and bringing that back and the feeling of that. I wouldn't say remake it identically, but very similar. So what I would do with this is I would remake it with completely new graphics. Maybe the Ghost graphics, they were really good. I mean, I don't know why people say Ghost graphics were bad. I understand the color palette was quite dark and dingy, but the actual, we're not talking about artistic flavor here. We're talking about graphics, resolution, frame rate. Okay, Ghost had a bad frame rate, as in it dropped a lot, but the actual overall graphics were very good. It looked extremely realistic. The dual rendering on the scopes, the animations, everything was up to, you know, it was on par. It was very good. And I don't even think Advanced Warfare matched that. So that is something to bear in mind. I don't even think Black Ops 3 is going to match that. It has more punchier colours, but it doesn't have the incredible graphics. I may be wrong there because I haven't actually seen raw Black Ops 3 gameplay. I've just seen sort of recordings of it where it comes out a bit pixelated. But anyway, I would like to see basically focus on a Modern Warfare 2 remaster of multiplayer, and then maybe enhance it a little bit. So what I mean by this is bring back the guns and the maps, but maybe take the whole kill streak system and revamp that into the point streak system with the strike packages, because that just works a lot better than kill streaks. So this would take it a little bit away from the nostalgia, but at the same time it would improve the overall game. Then I would also focus on getting rid of the cheaters, hackers, all that kind of stuff that needs to be sorted out. You can't release a game that's identical to the original, because Modern Warfare 2 is a hack fest right now. We can't let that happen. There has to be security in place for that to work. So that would basically how I would go about doing that. Would be remaster the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and then with the other portion of the game, I would combine the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare 2 and the Modern Warfare 3 campaigns into one long campaign. Now this would be pretty awesome, but the problem is here we might get a campaign that's too long. So how to counteract this would be to remove some of these smaller missions, or some of the parts of the missions that weren't really important, that didn't have enough action in them, or just people didn't genuinely like. Just get rid of them and shorten the overall campaign. I wouldn't add any more into it. I would just remaster it and maybe change some of the scenes to make them look a little bit better, or just overall improve. I mean, this is how you could. There are lots of ways you can go about making a Modern Warfare remaster or a Modern Warfare Collection remaster, but either way, it's going to have to be done right. This is more important than a Modern Warfare 4 or a Ghost 2 in terms of getting it right. Now, if they screw up Modern Warfare 4, it's going to sell anyway because it's a Modern Warfare game. Unfortunately, that's just the facts of life. If it has Modern Warfare branding, it's going to sell. Now, Ghost 2, that might not sell too well, but at the same time, it's still a sort of a AAA blockbuster release. Now, a remaster is risky because this isn't a AAA blockbuster release. This isn't anything new. This is bringing back old stuff, so this could go either way. Now, at the same time, it could react extremely well to the community because lots of people miss them games, but at the same time, the longevity is a serious worry, and at the same time, they're going to have to give up working on whatever they might want to work on. Now, they might want to work on a Ghost 2, they might want to be creative and change it and do some new stuff. They might want to do a completely new IP, a new sub-franchise, something completely different, but they'll have to, get rid of that to make this remaster collection. They might not like doing that. So there's a lot of variables at play here. The Modern Warfare Remastered Collection, I would probably put at the bottom of the most likely scale. I think this won't happen. I think Modern Warfare 4 is more likely to happen than a remaster, which is a shame, really. And I think the most likely to happen at the moment is a Ghost 2. So yeah, that was my kind of discussion. If you can't tell, I've got a horrible case of hay fever, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will basically see you on my next video, which will be on a new Call of Duty from Infinity Ward. So yeah, thanks for watching. GhostX out.